Good day, everybody. Brian here, quantlabsnet.com. Today is the June 12th. I'm going to be talking about the first simulated dashboard I've created with all of the real options trading data that I demoed yesterday. This is real data now, not simulated option data. Just depends upon what the AI picks for strategy allocation. So I'm going to show that in details um, in a few minutes, but I want to show you the different dashboards I was able to create because people seem to be orange to that as a priority over something prior as a portfolio allocation. So let's first talk about the first one. So there's a couple of these are going to be available in my members section for paying members. So we got a bunch of scripting Python scripts here. These are all built in Streamlit. I will tell you as a front end, Streamlit's probably the number one one I've tested and liked. So I think I'm going to be doing mostly Streamlit hit from here on out. Just when you put it through AI, generally it works usually right out of the gate instead of having to iterate it and get it corrected and all that. So let's take a look at some of these options here. So we have Streamlit, and then run, let's say this first one here, which is this. Now, the other thing I want to highlight here is I've asked the AI to generate the same set of strategies, but one's medium frequency, the other one's high frequency trading. And also I've done a test between $100,000 portfolio and a $10,000 portfolio. The first lesson from that is with 100,000 available, you will get more trading opportunity. If it's down to 10,000 with the same strategy, you won't get as many trades through because it's highly constricted on what's available. So that's number one. And the other thing, when it comes to the difference between the frequency of trading, you'll get obviously a lot more trading with a high frequency trading. If you're trying to do this on a platform or broker, any broker really with interactive brokers, the fees alone with the round trip, $1 each trip for pennies and profit, it's not worth it. You're going to probably lose money a lot. The only one that's going to win out of that's the broker. So keep that in mind when it comes to high frequency trading. The medium might be okay, but I think this is the medium one that I'm about to show you here. So again, Streamlit application. And this is the first one out of a few I'm going to show you. So you can see here we have 100,000 allocation, total P&L. We're still using the bid-ask spread because I specifically asked for that. The other thing is exactly coming out of the summary. I'll show you later in this video. But this is the best strategy used for these particular assets. And again, these are a combination of futures and options. So the AI did choose this. The allocation percentage is chosen by the AI. And again, that's all due to the presentation that I gave with the individual reports of each one of these. And these reports now will go through every single option contract available over between 4 weeks and 6 weeks looking out. So the data it's getting is massive. I'm able to still run the I'm still able to run the request with the AI, and it's still got results, which is good. The only one that still works is Anthropic, advanced Anthropic, I might add. So here you can see the volatility, and I can also tell the AI what I prompted. I want low volatile, and I could specifically say anything under, let's say, 10%. Things go out of control. But here you can see I've included, you'll find Ethereum in there. We have this is not the metaverse token. This is the symbol of micro Ethereum. This is the real Ethereum reference rate, as I found out. The mobile Bitcoin, it's actually the micro. That's the AI going crazy there. So obviously we have the ES Mini, Japanese yen, crude oil, Australian dollar. the thing here is it's only going to choose, from what I'm seeing and experiencing, it's the AI is only going to allocate tradable instruments. So if it's something like that's not traded a whole lot, it won't add it to this portfolio. So that, in a way, is a good thing. So you can see here we're allocating Swiss franc, British pound, and still doing the the E mini. Here you can see it's at 18%, and you can see here that it like now the volatility is pretty crazy on an annual basis, and you can see here there is a different measurement of uh, of a correlation, and you can see here where the higher allocation is. From what I'm seeing, because of the volatility, which I have done an article on, the allocation usually seems to be higher on volatile um, volatile instruments. On top of that, here you can see here. This is the amazing part. Here it's saying we have a risk low level, and again, that's using real data, option chain data. There, I don't come up with it. This is the AI measuring that using real world option data. That's the amazing thing. Plus, here it's going to tell us, well, there's arbitrage there, so we'll take that chance. Directional strategy, we're going to add in a neutral strategy. Here you can see the allocation on that. Also, we've got here trading will be enabled. I could probably put the AI in there and update it and say enable this particular asset to be traded. As you monitor it, you can then just take out the instruments that are not profitable and only focus on those that are more consistently profitable. But again, we're simulating the live trading data, but the assessment to get to this point is using real market data, both futures and options data. And wonder, yeah, see, I don't know, but I can definitely put a request in there. Don't trade that anymore. Here you can enable automated trading. Okay, so this is a lot. This is why I like Streamlit. Here you can have individual trades. And again, you can just turn off the trading, enable auto trading when it's running. They will tell you open positions. They'll give you the performance metrics. And the big one here that I like is this one. So here, if you decided with this particular strategy, even though it's medium frequency, you can watch the bid-ask spread analysis. And this is important, especially if you're doing high frequency. So here we have the current price. Again, this is all simulated, but I can easily plug in. You really can't do it with interactive brokers, but that's where you got to get more end data to watch it at a high frequency pace. This obviously is going to be caps put on at a retail broker, but if you go with a data BenQ, you can easily watch that data in real time, especially on a bid ask level, which is high frequency trading. And then you get the measurement on the spread dollar difference, and the volatility of that. So this is the really impressive thing about this. Okay, so let's start this up. Enable auto trading. Here we can set the interval. I believe it's 5 seconds. Every 5 seconds this will get refreshed. Also, what we want to do is to see if we can do enable auto trading here and let it run. Now, I can sit here for probably a good number of minutes, and it'll take a while for it to trade. Okay. This is why I iterated for more advanced functionality through the AI by upgrading my prompt and building upon this particular dashboard. So you can see here it's already traded. So let's see what it's trading here. There's some bugs here I could show you. Nothing's ever perfect, but yeah, there's some things in here that are missing. So here is the current price, again simulated. Here's the spread percentage as well. Okay, so I think one trade went through about 2 positions. Total P&L is down. And then I believe, yeah, here I can look at the individual spread. There's some kind of bug in here, so I can look at this one. You see and so on and so forth. Okay. So that's the first one. You can see how slow it is. Okay. So then I updated it, went more advanced. Let's see here. Okay. So again, with the more advanced one, I went in and said, okay, let's start trying out uh, the HFT level. And I just put that, I just changed the name in the prompt of the AI from medium frequency to high frequency trading. Same, everything else is the same summary file for all the assessment. Allocation's the same, all that. But look at the difference in the speed of trading as well. So I'm going to do this one, the second iteration of that one. Let's see how this runs. So when you look at the parameters that are available in this particular version, you'll see here we have more tabs to work with because I requested this. When you request stuff in um, any AI, whatever model it is, a lot of the times, especially if it's a more advanced one, it's going to give you a lot more features you didn't ask for. And especially if you tell it to work with a Streamlit application with Python, um, it's much more advanced versus if it's using something like Dash, Plotly, or Django. I just find that when it's Streamlit, it's the most advanced web app to go with. If you have a script, I don't know. I can't really comment. I'm not a big, huge fan. That's why I like my Python. And again, there is the Python code as well. I'll be making this available. All of this, what I'm showing you, available to my paying members. If you're interested in it, just comment away on the long form video, and I'll give you the info. If you're not coming through a short or on TikTok, I don't respond to comments there. Just so you know. Okay, so here you can see a cumulative profit and loss. So I asked for that, but it also gave me profit and loss by instrument. This is key because then if I have the ability as it's running, I could turn off certain instruments from trading. So instead of having instruments that are always losing, consistently losing, I can turn them off and prevent them from trading. So therefore, over time, I will only focus on those instruments that are profitable. Once I connect this to a live trading broker or even exchange if I wanted. All right. So you can see here another big feature that's really important is that you can watch how the profit is by strategy. That's another same thing with the instruments where you can turn on and off particular instruments. It seems to be an automatic pattern when you ask for a cumulative profit and loss analysis. That's really important when you're running strategies because when you're running them, you can turn off the money losing instruments or money losing strategies. That's the advanced here. On top of that, you can see here we get all our bid and ask same. Looking at the detailed microstructure analysis, that's your bid and ask. So when it runs, we'll get to that point. Also, you can see here the best strategies chosen on the fly with this particular version. And again, I've not changed the summary report, which I'll go into detail in a bit. Okay. And then we get the instrument execution as well. Strategy type. You can see here we got market making, statistical arbitrage, momentum, mean reversion, custom HFT strategy. So right there, the market making, I didn't ask for that, but it gave it to me as an option. That's pretty impressive. Also, we can add in iceberg orders. Again, I didn't ask for that. It gave it to me. So we can we can add those on while it's running. Okay. So here we got enable trading, enable auto trading right there. You can also, and I didn't ask for this, and it can also right there. You can have it what kind of strategy you want. And again, all the code is there for these type of strategies when you download this. This is why it's my premium membership. Okay, you can get your open positions, closed positions, no positions as well. All right, so we're going to start the simulation. We'll start that up and watch what happens. So now it's going to start trading. And you'll see how fast it opens up with. It goes really fast. Okay. So you can see already 82 trades per second. That's pretty impressive. Again, here you can see
Market
you
data
can see
connection
here
lost.
the type of strategies where we can control what we want to trade and
Market
whatnot. So we
data
have full
connection
control over this.
re-established.
But look at this. Yeah, we are losing money. No, we're actually making money. So in a few seconds, I'm up to $400. It's pretty good. But again, it's all random, right? Okay, so let's see what's making money right now. Okay, so let's look at our. Okay, so here's our overall P&L. You can see it's spiking everywhere overall. Let's see what's making money by instrument. So you can see here, I'm losing money on Ethereum, both the micro and the uh, full Ethereum. So I might not want to trade that, but I am making money here. And again, remember this is all simulated. So then what I can do is I can say, no, I don't want to trade Ethereum. I don't want to trade MET, the micro, turn it off, but only focus on the Bitcoin because I'm making money there. So I'm able to maximize my profit as it's running. So this is why with this type of simulation and it goes live, trading with live money, do you really need to go through the backward trading? So we have a crash here. I probably could probably easily fix this. This is the first time I've actually seen this. I expect that, but I can just go back to the LLM and say, yo, fix this code. And it will, and I'll get a new version of it. It's all one script. So let me start this again. Okay. Well, let me just analyze it as is. So here you can see what was losing money big time on Ethereum, P&L. So we don't want to do this HFT statistical arbitrage, but we'll do HFT market making. We'll do mean reversion, and we'll get rid of this HFT momentum. Okay, and that's we just I guess focus on Bitcoin only, right? So here's our P&L. So if I got rid of the HFT strategy, the HFT momentum, basically turn it off, and also turn off the ability to trade Ethereum and I guess BRR, I would be making money. Here, uh, you can see there's been no profit on any of these. There's a real-time portfolio in there. Also, as I said, we could have analyzed the bid-ask spread analysis because we get all the usual info there. Order flow balance. This is new items for that. And then here, as I said, you can see, let's say, Bitcoin and just see uh, how that would have looked on the bid-ask spread and the bid-ask spread over time. Okay, so here you can see it's moving up. You can also, with this particular strategy allocation, you can say, okay, have the request to AI and tell it, if you're making money on this particular strategy, um, only focus on that, blah, 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 as you go through this. So again, we're already making, are we making money? No, but you see the power of this. Okay, so here you can see instrument detail for momentum strategy, uh, value or not making money on it. What was the one? I think let's say was it BE, maybe MBT. Uh, are we making money on there? Order flow, statistical arbitrage as strategy types. And again, here we can disable what we want, what we don't want, and manually trade here. And then we can also, as I said, we can just turn off these particular strategies. And here's the open positions and the position to close. I mean, yeah, so you can manually override. That's your panic button right there to close out all those positions. So in that very short period of time, we did trade quite a few. So we're trading every 1/10 of a second. So how many trades did we do over not very long? So we did 19 trades per second. That's true HFT. And again, 100% generated by AI. So that's as is. It's highly advanced here, very advanced. Okay, very very advanced. So again, I'll make this available for all my premium members in the elite programming membership. All right, so let's check out the actual summary. So this particular allocation was created based upon this allocation summary right here. So right here is what is the summary of all of the single instrument reports that I've shown in the past. But some of them, if they're tradable and generates option data, that's now included in the options data. So right now, here's the market overview, gives a definition of it. So we also have here the volatility, 71%, 0.9, negative 0.9 correlation, high reward, high risk. Well, we know that. We tried it. High risk doesn't pay. Same here, it's lower. We're using ARIMA predictions for BRR adds to the appeal. So here we have coffee and HG. So those are the ones that's suggesting to trade. Okay, so here we've got a positive correlation, volatility at 26%, 33% as well. So and then it goes in depth. So here it's saying it's got annualized volatility, 71%, negative correlation. Okay, forward-looking analysis. This is the power of this stuff. Likely to experience large price swings, which we've shown. ARIMA model over 10-day prediction. So you're only getting 27.92 for that time period in profit. Potential for short selling opportunities. Therefore, it lost money. We've shown that. So here is the proposed strategy for this particular instrument, which is Ethereum itself. So it's saying buy a call, sell a put, sell a future contract. So it's doing all the I've talked about in the past a synthetic option trade here with the future, which didn't work, of course. So what we're doing is buy one call option, sell a put option, and sell a future contract. So it goes through the rationale, the risk management, profit target. Okay, so this one, I believe, I think this is still Ethereum. So there's another strategy I tried, the volatility-based straddle, allocated 10,000. And this is a $100,000 portfolio simulation. Profit target would be 50 to 100%. Didn't work. Now here's the profitable one. Oh, sorry, that's the micro Ethereum. Annualized volatility, blah, 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 blah. Okay, fine. So we knew that this didn't work at the beginning. So we could turn all of those Ethereum trades off. Okay. But then we came into the Bitcoin, which was driving all our profit. So while we're running that simulation, we could have just said only focus on the Bitcoin because that's generating profit for us, as shown. Yeah, here. Okay. Okay. Hopefully that fixes my problem. Anyways, I'll wrap up here. So yeah, you can see when you have a lower volatility, it profit. And now that we have all those extra parameters in the simulation, we could have just let that run and turn off the Ethereum. So we would have had an iron condor here as well. And again, remember, I'm able to generate code from this. I've shown that, what, 5, maybe 10 times now. But this is the best one so far if we wanted to go high frequency trading. Okay, cash arbitrage, cash carry arbitrage, blah, 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 blah. Another one for Bitcoin. Bull call spread, and explains it all. Further options. So because these are less profit potential, we have copper we could add, ES, Japanese yen, CL for crude oil, and then these currencies of Australian dollar, franc, the Swiss franc, pound, euro, and the dollar itself. So out of this is your allocation right here, out of 100,000. So 20 to the Ethereum, 20 to the micro Ethereum, 15 to both Ethereum, sorry, 15 to the a combination, it looks like, 15 for between the Ethereum and micro. Okay, so it's a pair trading between the Ethereum and the micro Ethereum. So Bitcoin directional short 15K based upon market conditions of the real option chain data I provided it over the next 6 weeks, maybe 5-6 weeks. And then Iron Condor as well for the Bitcoin. That's probably where it made its money. I'll have to go through the analysis. And then here it's also allocating KC and AHG, but mostly it traded Ethereum and Bitcoin. That's pretty good. So here it goes into detail on the stop losses, diversification, regular monitoring, and you add that in an AI request or a prompt, and then you get back the code that I've shown you. This is the power of this stuff. Now, if you want to learn more about this, as I've said before, go to my website, okay, quantlabsnet.com, all right? Sign up on the Learn tab right here as it comes up. Free Learn right there, boom. Okay, or you can do it through the front page, the home page. So you get here, you'll get your free C++ HFT ebook to start with. Then you can add in, if you want, I'm going to take this out. It's such a good deal right here. I feel like I'm getting ripped off. But right here, I'm gonna only have this under the store. So with this, you get just some sampling of what you can do. I built a similar thing, but it's only in JavaScript, not Python. You can see here we've got that simulator I mentioned, a trial to one of our groups for 7 days. And then here, if you want to make real money in high frequency trading and career, you have to and only trade futures and options. This is a foundational course for that. For 26 days, you get drip fed over 26 days of content, all for this price at 27. Now I've run a survey, and people are willing to pay up to 97 for it as is. So I thought it would be a good deal at 47. Now that what I'm showing you, okay, at 47, that's still a pretty good deal. But right now it's 27, but it should be at 97. Okay. And the reason it should be even more is because now I've got it working with real option chain data. And you've seen the power of the simulation. Okay. People have been asking for high frequency trading code. Obviously it's in in Python. I can easily do one of two options. I could use the AI and just say, only work on fix, only connect it into a CME environment, because all of these are CME accessible. Also, I can do that. I can also make it where you have C++ high frequency trading level, and on top of that, still have that interface that I just showed you in Streamlit, the last one, which is very advanced. So we are at that point where we could build this stuff. And this probably in itself, when you look at what trading firms are doing, specifically high frequency trading firms, these are custom strategies built via AI for the current market conditions using real futures data and real forward-looking option data over 6 weeks on everything that's available that you can trade on the CME. And you can see where you would have done very well with Bitcoin. And that summary kind of verified it. It was wrong on the Ethereum, but you can see the complete process now with real world data. And because of that, this stuff will be going up a lot. Over now. Thank you.